Hi, my name is Adam Cox. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, phobia expert, founder of phobiaguru.com, and the UK's leading expert at eliminating phobias rapidly, quite often in just a single session. Now, the fear of loud noises is known as Ligyrophobia or Ligryrophobia. It is pronounced different people in different ways depending on the people, but effectively the fear of loud noises is essentially a phobia that when someone hears a loud noise or is perhaps anticipating the potential of a loud noise, that actually creates a heightened level of anxiety. And that's an important distinction to make. Sometimes it's not even the loud noise, but just the anticipation of the loud noise. So one of the causes of this particular fear, now bearing in mind you are only born with two fears, fear of falling and fear of loud noises, this is one of the only fears that you're actually born with. Now, a lot of people forget this fear, through childhood, it goes away for most people. So it's highly likely that for people that have this fear in adulthood, that there is either some kind of learned response from a family member, perhaps a sibling, something like that, or it's a learned behavior through a sensitizing event. So there was an initial event that took place, perhaps in childhood, where there was an unexpected loud noise. Now that might be just a sudden car honking, or a balloon popping, or it might be a thunderstorm that was unexpected, or just someone shouting very close and unexpected. But it's highly likely that a loud noise was the cause of anxiety in childhood, which then led to that being generalized to not all but certain loud noises. Because having worked with a few people with the fear of loud noises, it isn't the case that all loud noises cause the same reaction. It tends to be very unique to the individual. So it might be balloons popping or the anticipation of a balloon popping, or it might be loud noises linked to thunderstorms, or it might be to explosions such as fireworks, for example. So this is a very unpleasant fear, because in modern society there are always going to be lots of loud noises that could happen. For someone that has this phobia, they tend to avoid situations where there could be unexpected loud noises. Now, some people with this fear will avoid firework displays, for example, or celebrations where there might be lots of balloons, because there is this fear that there could be an unexpected loud noise. But for some people, it's only a few of these sensitizing or triggering events that they try and avoid. The symptoms for someone that has this particular fear could be heightened levels of anxiety. The clues are going to be in an elevated heart rate, rapid breathing, a feeling of muscle tension, compulsive thoughts, lots of what if questions. What if that goes off? What if there's a sound there? What if there's an explosion? Those kind of things are very common with someone that has a fear of loud noises. And what it means is avoidance tends to be the number one coping strategy for someone that has a fear of loud noises. And generally, people only come to work with someone like me if avoidance is no longer an effective strategy. And it might be that there is a career change, or it might be that they are living in a different part of the world, or it might be that it's just got to the point of threshold where they feel enough is enough and they don't want to keep avoiding and running away from this. I actually worked with quite a high-profile mixed martial artist. So this guy was a cage fighter, and he was actively avoiding children's parties because there'd be balloons there, and he would still have this fear of the balloons popping in his presence. So that gives you an idea that the stereotypes that somehow this fear is for people that are weak-minded is not the case. It is an unconscious response. Nobody is choosing to feel this way. It is just a response to a stimulus. And when avoidance stops working, then you need to tackle the problem and change the neural pathways so that you can be around it. Now, quite often with the loud noises, it isn't the loud noise, it's the anticipation of the loud noise. So actually, when the loud noise comes, quite often there's a feeling of relief that it is then over, but it's the mind being highly vigilant, trying to anticipate when and where and how loud the loud noise is going to be, and that tends to create more anxiety than the loud noise itself, unless there is a series of repetition and one loud noise is a clue that there is going to be further loud noises. So this is an unpleasant phobia. It's a horrible fear if you have it, and it's also the kind of thing that, because people don't understand it, there is a tendency for people to prank people that have this fear. So a lot of people with this fear have learned through childhood experiences that they can't be vulnerable, they can't communicate this, because if they do, people are going to use this knowledge to scare them. And you see this sometimes where people will hide behind a wall or behind something and then jump out and say boo, okay? Because at some level, the unexpected creates a little bit of anxiety. It's a jump response for a lot of people. And for the average person, that creates a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of adrenaline, then it goes away. But for someone with a fear like this, that could actually trigger a panic attack. So it's no laughing matter. It's not a reason to prank someone. If you know someone that has this phobia, please be mindful and respectful. But equally, people with this phobia need to know that they don't have to keep having this phobia and that it can be eliminated to the point that it never returns. People that have this phobia generally work with me in two main ways. I have a 7-day phobia course that can be purchased online, and that can be very cost effective and time effective to eliminate the phobia. But some people prefer to work with me one-on-one. You can book a free 30-minute consultation call to discuss your phobia. That's completely free of charge. And generally when I'm working with people one-on-one, I can get the results quicker because I can tailor the methodology and the approach and the protocols specific to their needs and their circumstances. If you know someone that has a fear of loud noises, please feel free to share this video with them because they might find it useful. Equally, if you have any questions about a fear of loud noises, please put a question or a comment in the comment section and I'll reply to that as soon as I can. And for more information on this phobia, please look for the link in the notes or go to phobiaguru.com. Thank you.